Hello and a very warm welcome. I am Ruchi Sharma. The world is realizing what great potential blockchain technology holds. Various industries around the globe are rapidly adopting blockchain technology. Even in India, we can see widespread adoption of blockchain in different industries such as agriculture, pharma, education, etc. And now India's first NFT movie marketplace, Producer Bazaar, is aiming at organizing the Indian movie industry. To talk more on this, we have with us Mr. A. Senthil, CEO, Producer Bazaar, joining us. Welcome to 3.0 TV, sir.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Senthil, Producer Bazaar is a very unique idea in its own way. India's first NFT movie marketplace designed especially for movie rights. So could you just explain how it works, the entire process, which blockchain are you using, what currencies are accepted on your platform, and how much is the gas fee, etc.?
Okay, so we started in 2021 initially. We conceptualized the idea. At that point, let's say, NFTs were doing very well. The market was growing in a bigger way, and also crypto was very high. Okay,
right.
Most NFT projects are crypto projects, but at one point we realized we have to go beyond the crypto part and what will add value. And then it's okay. Can we have real assets backing it? See, we are not teenagers or early 20 people. We're in 40s, right? So we think real product, real service, where actually people are willing to pay money for it.
Right.
Not speculative investment, actual trading is happening. So we chose this one industry, film industry. In the film industry also, there are actually legal contracts signed between buyers and sellers. This happens for over 100 years. It's not nothing new part, but we're saying it's not unorganized. Can we organize it? That's where we went in. Okay. So we have chosen Polygon as a platform we were used to do NFT for. Okay. Minting NFTs. But purchasing or selling of the content will not happen through crypto, because after we launched, there was a lot of government regulations. We don't have much clarity if they will put additional taxes to it, because already the media, right, industry is not doing very well. A lot of movies are not becoming hits in some way. So adding another 20, 30% or 40% tax just because we do a trade on this platform doesn't make any sense at all. So we said, okay, we will change that part of the business. Okay, once India accepts crypto in a full-fledged way, at that point we'll enable crypto for that part. For staking or other services which we could offer, that we'll do at that point of time. But as of now, we said we'll focus only on offering it. Think of it as Web 2.5, not fully Web 3, because to be compliant with Indian laws.
Okay.
See, we cannot move outside, okay, because all the content we are buying and predominant market for is, we're initially starting with Indian movies, right? So Indians based out of India is a very large market for us. We can't ignore all of them for just international market. So we'll continue to operate in India. And all the rights, purchase and sale will happen through Indian rupee as a base price. We are selling content globally as well, but base price we're pegging at this part, and any GST, whatever liability comes into play, we could account it with that part. And all the transaction will be on white, right, from bank to bank. That's what we are working towards. Not cash handling, nothing else. We are not going to that part at all.
Okay, which is great. So how are you planning to actually organize the movie rights, which is your main aim?
Right. So I'll give you some context for it. Okay. Assume I'm in Chennai, you are in Mumbai. Okay, and you want to buy a property in Chennai, or if I'm the seller, right? How do you verify I'm the right person who owns the property?
Okay.
So currently you are not based here. Whom do you ask? Either you should need to have some property related person here, some lawyer here, somebody else. Can you help me with that part? Some real estate agent. Any large property, there are some people available. Okay. If you want to buy 100, 200 global, there will be CBRE, a couple of real estate groups which can verify, validate that part. Else, there is a government service where we can do an encumbrance certificate. This is a property. Okay. Who owns the property? Has somebody taken a loan on it? Or government is going to build a metro here and the building will be demolished, or you cannot construct here, or it's unauthorized construction. These are all available in some government registry. Film industry is over 100 years old. You can think of it in three ways. Okay, we are talking about intellectual property. Okay, intellectual property comes in three different forms. One is patents. I invented this thing, so it belongs to me. You have to go to government and tell them in advance, at least some summary of what you have invented, how you invented, and I'm the first to invent it. You go and tell it. Okay. Second part is a brand. Like your company has a brand, my company has a brand, and on a longer term, the brand is more valuable besides the service part, right? At that point, you say, okay, this is my unique name or personal, and you do a trademark for it. either a restaurant company or a movie theater or a lot of chains will do trademark for it. They're also, okay, I have been using this name for so long, nobody should use my benefit from this part. We do want a trademark.
Right.
For both, we go and register our content or we pay for it and we take some time to get the registration part, but after that you can benefit out of it. Okay. That part is copyright. See, copyright came in Europe in 1880s. Before photo came, a lot of things. At that point, people were looking at books were kind of pirated in some ways, or somebody will copy your idea in some way. Okay, but movies came a lot later. So at that point, the copyright was whoever creates it should get it. If somebody copies it, at that point, prove me that I am the first one to create original author for it, then you can seek some kind of redressal, because one tweet, one page content or a blog post, that's all copyrightable. Just because you created it, you own it. That's how the model works. But think of, this is a low value, low item, single person involved in it. Okay, only one author. And the copyright law says even after my death, about 60 years, the copyright value should be there for books and other content. Okay. But once the movie industry was invented in 1910s, a lot of evolution happened. At that point, there was no single owner. There were actually people think of doing stage dramas, right? They were the ones who, collective of people who will do, they will have a different profession. They will perform in the evening, some kind of event. That's how that industry started. But 100 years back, most countries in the world were controlled by other or ruled by some other countries, right? And they had a lot of restrictions. And another restriction they wanted was the content should not change people's behavior or any rebellion, right? They had a concept of censor certificate, right? How do you register control? At that point, they wanted whom to blame. If something goes wrong, whom to blame? And that is how a concept of producer came in at that point of time. So the first thing what happens, like let's take if you want to send a movie, okay, a person reaches a producer and says, okay, hey, I'm thinking of making a movie, or a big producer director, and they agree, or maybe an actor and producer accept, something happens, and there's a contract between producer and director. That's where the movie starts. First contract. Then they will say, okay, this person should be the hero, this should be a heroine. We'll get these people to be technicians for us. So there are some creative work and a lot of non-creative work. Somebody is a lightman, should we get a royalty for it? Probably not. He can sit and do lighting for any content, right? So some are creative, like music is creative, writing is creative, screenplay, acting, these are all creative part. So everybody is writing a contract says, my rights belong to the producer, I am getting paid for it. If you don't pay for it, it doesn't work, okay? Sometimes people do for free, but that's more of a guest appearance. But everything is rights given to the producer.
Right.
That's a concept producer comes into play, okay? A movie can be made for few lakhs with all the digital equipment today, or hundreds of crores, or maybe millions, even $1 billion when you can make a movie. Okay, that's a whole range. Okay, ignore all the big ones, but even that, at least in India, we do not copyright all the content. Songs are not copyrighted, stories are not, but we have some repercussion for that. Okay, let's say only in India we'll hear that somebody stole my idea, stole my story, and remade a movie, unauthorized biography, inspired by my life. They have made a movie, and we have litigation there. And you will see, okay, disclaimer: this is not based on some real life. So we don't see this in Hollywood movies at all. They have regularized this part of it, and it's pretty legal in that aspect. Okay, so we have to bring something like, okay, can we get everybody to play by the rules, not some people. So that is where the thing started. Okay, so once a movie is finished, then the one revenue comes from the producer. Okay, producer keeps spending money from the movie announcement to the release, and after post-release, the marketing part, he keeps spending money. Only time he's going to make some money out of it when actually a trade happens. I sell my content, okay. But if you see the legal document, it will never say sales, okay. It will say licensing. Copyright law allows for 60 years of licensing, but there are a lot of current contracts, right? They may say, okay, I want to have perpetual license, 99-year license. It's not even valid. So we went through hundreds of contracts like that and realized, okay, something is missing. Can we improve it in some way? What benefits we can bring in? That's what where the idea for licensing movies in some way and how we can do. Okay, there is a lot of unlocking potential is possible. Maybe 100 years back, the only way to make money was release a movie only in theater. And you make money out of it. That's how the state model, which worked for a very long time. And then for promotions, and then came radio, and your songs can play there. They were not getting paid initially for that. But then came people that are owning their own, let's say, vinyl, right? And later cassettes came. So there can be some sales, and they can get commission. So they charge some money for it. And that's where the initial hits came in. Maybe 80s, we had a lot of cassettes. Tamil Ilayaraja's hit for cassettes because stereo sound, you can play it yourself, or Jatin Lalit or other musicians, other singers, people became popular with this part. Okay. Radio still had a big demand. They were playing older one, but people who want to listen to newest content on a continuous basis, they will do it. Or so that is how that started. Later in 90s, we saw let's say CD, right? Better stereo quality, always consistent part, and AR Rahman something else. And there we have superstars in music. Who sold albums, right, made in India, right? That's I remember the songs when I was growing up. This song was amazingly hit, right? Or Baba Sahgal, right? So this content was available on CD, or you can get a cassette version of it, and then you keep playing it. And money was being made here. So licensing came at different point of time. And if you remember, in 80s in India, properly, Doordarshan became popular in some way. We had more telecast, and movies were being done. So movie made only on theatrical, then some audio, and once Doordarshan rights came, there was no TV rights for only Doordarshan because there was no other channels. Only late 90s or early 90s where we had news channels of maybe during Iraq war, right? We had news channels, right? Z News came in, multiple came, and then came entertainment channels. Sony, we had Star, and other thing. And in South, Sun was there, Enadu, all this came, and they needed content. They needed good movies, right? That's what they were going to pay for it. Okay, so from Doordarshan they became television rights, and there's an Indian audience sitting abroad also. They were also looking for content. So Indian movies released only in India. Gradually, the films in boxes and everything were sent abroad as well, only in film festivals. Now actual shows are happening in 90s onwards, and it expanded even further. Okay, then TV came, other version. Then we have OTT platforms, or internet came in. Okay, so our mobile phones came. So, or let's say ringtones, right? So new systems are coming in. So earlier revenue was predominantly only on theatrical. Still 70%, 80% of small movies will be only theatrical. But globally, if you say Marvel, they make of the 2-3 billion they announce for a movie, maybe only 40-50% comes from the movie itself. Merchandise and other things is what they make more money on. That's a whole franchise. They made a full-fledged industry. Currently, this is not at that level now. It's pretty unorganized, and we are trying to organize it.
Okay. So, Indian film industry is tackling this problem of copyright violations for a long time. How will your platform help mitigate the financial risk involved due to, copyright violations?
Two part. Okay, so one is what if somebody is using a torrent to download? Okay, that's a different problem. And the other part is what if somebody makes your movie in some other language? These are two parts. Okay. In India, we have legal precedents of how something can happen. Big movies, they generally go to court and say, okay, all the internet sites should be blocked. They'll give a list of sites and they do it for a couple of days. And that's where most movies make most revenue in first couple of days. Because it's all digital theaters, we can have, you don't necessarily no concept of physical film prints. We can have thousands of shows, thousands of theater can book together and done it. Okay. So piracy does happen, but are the people who are doing piracy are the right target for you? Will they watch the movie on theater and pay that price for doing it? Maybe not all are ready for it. Let's accept for that and let's move from there. Okay. Second part is our stories being copied. See, in India, we still pay a lot of money. Okay. So big artists, they get charges hundreds of crores, 100 plus crores. That's a very common number we are talking about. Directors getting 30, 40 crore, 50 crore number is there. But our story is giving that much weight. We don't have superstar story writers. I think Salim Javed were there in 70s. Okay, we had Sholay, everything. They did not get paid at that level compared to a hero because heroes was what was selling the content for now. But the industry is transforming is what we believe. Every part which is valuable, right, can be identified. The lyrics important, songs are important, titles are important. These all can be copyrighted in some way and licensed in some way. So there should be more equity in how people get paid and how movies are made. What if we can lower the cost of production and recovery is quicker? That's what we should be focusing on. Not every movie directly can go to theater and become houseful. A Great Indian Kitchen, right? Malayalam movie, short budget movie, was not bought by any OTT platform. It was released by a tiny OTT platform in Kerala. That became a very good success, and then everybody bought it. So, one of the movies which are available on multiple platforms on a simultaneously part, right? Exclusive, non-exclusive, that kind of lot of things comes into play. Okay? So, we have to basically unbundle it. Don't sell it as a single piece. What if we can unbundle it to different parts, and each sum of parts will be more than the original value what we are getting now.
Okay.
Another part is the life of the content earlier, right? See, think of you're a small producer. You make movie once every 2-3 years. Your budget is less than 10 crore. You don't make a lot of movies, okay? You want to identify a good story, a good artist, a timeline, how to release it. And that's how you market. You sell your content, it may be a profit or a loss. Then you will stop worry on that part and you will start going for next content. You will not be worrying, okay, I made a movie 5 years back, 10 years back, how do I monetize it? Because that is not your focus. You're a creative person. Creative person should focus on the creative part. Business people should focus on business part. We are helping them to support the business part of it. A movie has 60 years of life. We will be available. Okay, all the content will be available on a platform. Any new rights emerge, we work for the creators. Hey, we'll help you identify new rights coming in, new markets coming in. See, I'll give you an example. Okay. Panorama. Ajay Devgan made Drishyam 1 and 2, right?
Right.
Both are big hits. That's a known part. Malayalam also hit. Tamil version also hit. Sinhala version of the movie was a hit also. That's known. Okay. But what they have done yesterday was they have bought international rights for the movie. Okay. What does it mean? International remake rights for Drishyam as a movie for rest of the world. Okay. Minus 3 countries: Filipino, Sri Lanka, and Indonesia. Why? Because somebody already bought rights for those countries. Okay. So they can approach a Hollywood studio. Can this Drishyam be made into a Hollywood movie or a South American movie or a African movie, right? So that story is possible. A good story, either can we dub and release it. That could be a model which works. Like we have seen content like Money Haze being dubbed in Indian language. Certainly, it's such a popular part. But you have to be very conscious of that part. Okay, they chose city names as name, right? Tokyo, we love Berlin, or we love the names, right? That's how the story works. So we need to work on that kind of plan. So what kind of content? Not every content will work every part. Like we had Pushpa, right? So last year and we had Pushpa. Pushpa was a big hit, about a 55 crore movie. Dubbing in multiple languages, one item song, but dubbed and local good singers to do it for them. It worked very well. Amazing part was even after the movie was released on OTT platform, movie was running houseful in Gujarat and also in Bihar. Right. 2 different markets. These markets don't work, right? And it was the hero's first dubbed version released in Hindi. And it's doing amazingly well. That's kind of an innovation part which we are seeing. Okay? Right. So it's not Bollywood doesn't make remakes. Other languages also make remakes, but good content, audience tastes have changed. Earlier, always producer people say, okay, no, my audience only like this kind of movie. If you see the Kerala movie, it's a very subtle thing, very slow thing. Tamil movies, they will have a slightly exaggeration, and Andhra movies will be extreme exaggeration of everything. That's how the image was. But because of lockdown and everything, everybody went digital. And once we don't find enough good movies in our own language, we were looking at movie in other language. Right. Also, dubbed versions available, subtitle available. And we are watching a lot more movies than ever. And suddenly, good movies with some recommendation from friends, we are watching all those movies. Kantara was a super hit. We have Triple R, right? We hope it gets 1 Oscar. Okay, we have 3 movies in contender for now.
That's all in this special segment of Crypto Masters. This is me, Ruchi Sharma, signing off. Do like, share, and subscribe to 3.0 TV. Have a great day.